In this video, we will be discussing the report. Now, the report is the last tab on the taskbar in the strategy section. And this gives us a huge amount of statistical information as well as many charts. So once you have selected your strategy, you would then go to report and you would see all of the stats for your strategy. This is really quite incredible. So the first thing you'll notice is that we have the stats info, and this gives us a huge amount of backtest output metrics. As you can see, it gives you so many different statistics that you can look through, as well as different charts. So we have our balance chart, we have our count of entries by weekdays, we have our profit and loss in currency by the weekdays, and then we have profit and loss in currency by entry hour, by exit hour, and then we have a larger chart that gives us the count of entries, profits and losses by entry hour. It gives us our position profit by position holding time, and then it gives us our monthly performance in terms of currency. From there, we have the indicator chart, and this shows us the performance of each of our indicators in the strategy in a very nice graphical representation. Then we have the balance chart, and this is the same balance chart that you saw on the stats info, but it is expanded and you can see a bit more detail. Below that, we have our long balance and our short balance by market. Below that, we have our drawdown in percentages. Below that, the drawdown in currency terms, and below that, the stagnation in days. Finally, we have the journal, and this gives us a full breakdown of each of our trades, when it opened, the type of position that it opened, the amount, the price that it opened at, the stop loss and take profit, then the profit on the trade, and finally our balance after the trade has completed. And this would be the trades that have opened and closed on the full amount of the historical data that we have loaded. Coming back to the stats info and the backtest output, just to run through a few of them. So for example, we have the net balance, and the net balance is the equity of our trading account. In other words, it is the current amount in our trading account in the currency that we have selected. Another one that we could look at would be the max drawdown. Now the max drawdown shows us the percentage of our trading account that dropped after having a losing streak. Basically, it's the difference between the peak and the trough. So for example, if we had a balance of $1,000 and the amount drops to 900 before going back up to 1,000, then the drawdown would be 10%. We can also have a look at the executed trades. We could also look at the average profit per day. So this obviously just tells us the profit per day across the entire historical data. We can look at the win-loss ratio, and this would be the result that we get when we divide the number of winning trades by the total number of trades. We can also look at the profit factor, and this is the value that we get when we divide our gross profit by our gross loss, and so on. So again, as you can see, many statistics, very valuable information that will help us so much when deciding on our strategy and if we want to use it for trading or not.